Dear students of 9th standard, a very good morning to you. Once again, welcome back to the biology class. I hope everybody would have understood the topic Animal Kingdom. Now, we are in the next chapter, Organization of Tissues. In this chapter, we are going to learn about what is a tissue and different types of plant tissues. We studied in the lower classes. Tissue means it's a group of cells. The cells are made up of organelles such as Golgi bodies, mitochondria, ribosomes, etc. These organelles are made up of molecules and molecules are made up of atoms. That is, everything is made up of atoms. Like that, plants also made up of atoms. Many atoms organized into molecules. Molecules form organelles. Organelles form cells. The group of cells form tissues. What is a tissue? Tissue is a group of cells having similar or dissimilar structure and origin but having similar function. Here you can see the different groups of tissues: parenchyma tissue, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. The tissues are classified into two types: meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. About these types of tissues you would have studied in the previous classes. Now, in this class we are going to discuss about complex tissues. What are complex tissues? Complex tissues are made up of more than one type of cells that work together as unit. Complex tissue is made up of parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Collenchyma is absent in complex tissues. The two types of complex tissue are xylem and phloem. Now, this picture shows the structure of xylem and phloem tissues. The xylem tissue is made up of xylem parenchyma, vessels, tracheids, and xylem fibers. Phloem tissue is made up of phloem parenchyma, companion cell, phloem fibers, and sieve tubes. Here you can see the xylem is made up of 4 different types of components and phloem is made up of another 4 different components. So they come under a group complex permanent tissues. Now let us see xylem and phloem. Xylem is a conducting tissue and transports water and minerals upwards. It provides mechanical support too. Phloem is also a conducting tissue and transports food materials bidirectionally. What is the meaning of bidirectionally? From the leaf, the food materials can move to roots, and from the roots, the food material can move to the leaves. It can move from top to bottom and bottom to top. But xylem vessel, it is only unidirectional. The water will move only from root to leaves. The xylem as well as phloem both provides mechanical support to the plants. Here again you can see the structure of xylem and phloem, the different components. Complex tissue, xylem. The complex tissue xylem is made up of 4 elements. They are xylem tracheids, xylem fibers, xylem vessels, and xylem parenchyma. This picture shows the vessels, tracheids and xylem fibers. You can see the vessels are little bit broader tubes, tracheids are thin tubes with tapering ends, and xylem fibers are very thin and elongated. Now, one by one we'll see. Xylem tracheids. Xylem tracheids are elongated or tube-like dead cells. Have thick and lignified walls. What is the meaning of lignified walls? The walls are covered by lignin, a substance called lignin. Ends are tapering. No protoplasm. Have large lumen without any content. Lumen means the space inside the cell is called lumen. No content, there is no protoplasm or nucleus. They are the dead cells. Functions: transportation of water and providing mechanical support. The next element of xylem is xylem fibers. The xylem fibers are elongated and lignified cells. Both the ends are pointed. They also provide mechanical support. The next one is xylem vessels. The xylem vessels are cylindrical tubes having lignified walls. They contain central lumen. Cells are dead and no protoplasm. Transverse walls are perforated. Perforated means holes. The holes help for the conduction of water. Functions: it transports water as well as provide mechanical support. Xylem parenchyma. The parenchyma cells found in the xylem elements is called xylem parenchyma. They are made up of thin walls. Their function is to store food materials such as starch and fatty acids. The second complex tissue is the phloem tissue. It's made up of 4 components such as sieve elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. The first one is the sieve elements. The sieve elements are elongated tube-like slender cells placed end to end and form a long tube. You can see in the picture the center, the white color part is a sieve tube. It's formed by the combination of many cells. The cells arranged one over the other and form a long tube like a straw. Transverse walls are perforated. Here you can see the cross walls. Function: translocation of food. This tube helps to conduct food materials. Companion cells. Companion cells are elongated and attached to the lateral sides of the sieve tubes. They are equal length to the sieve tube. Phloem parenchyma. They are living cells having cytoplasm and nucleus. Their function is to store the food materials. Phloem fibers. Made up of sclerenchyma cells and they are elongated. Now, what is the difference between xylem and phloem? Xylem conducts water and minerals, but phloem conducts food materials. Xylem conducts the substances in only one direction, but phloem conducts both the directions up and down. The xylem includes xylem tracheids, xylem fibers, xylem vessels, and xylem parenchyma. A phloem includes sieve elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Xylem tracheids and xylem vessels are the main transporting element. Here in the phloem, sieve tube is a main transporting element. Till now, we have discussed about different types of plant tissues, especially complex tissues. Thank you.